Right, welcome back to Motorcycle Junkie. It's been a little while, I'll be honest. Been a long time. I know it don't seem it for you guys, but I've had a few videos in stock, and I'll be honest, I've not been out to this shed for probably a couple of months. But look at all the space, because the Suzuki is now gone. I think I mentioned that on my last video, I can't remember, but yeah, we've part exchanged that for another machine, which you'll be seeing soon. I'm not going to talk too much about it now, but I picked that up on the 1st of March, which I think I said anyway. We've still got the Hawaiian, the engine's down there. We're still going to get that finished. I know some guys are waiting for that. I will get round to it, honestly. I've bought another project, and if you're a subscriber to the Motorcycle Rescuers Facebook page, you already know about it, because there's been a picture up there. But there it is. Nice little Kawasaki GPZ500S, and it looks really good from this distance, but it isn't. It don't go. It's a non-runner. Guy was asking $485 for it. He's a car dealer. He took it in Part X on a car, knows nothing about bikes, chucked it up on Facebook Marketplace for $485. I bid him $400. He said, yeah, that'll do, come and fetch it. And while I was going down there, he kept ringing me saying, "Hey, coming, they definitely coming." "Yeah, I'm coming, yeah." He said, "Oh, I'm getting loads of inquiries." And I'm thinking, yeah, of course you are, mate, you're just trying to, yeah. But anyway, when I got there, he showed me his phone. He'd got like 25, 30 inquiries, and could have sold it 10 times over. So yeah, 400 quid, that's what I paid for it. Took a bit of a chance on it, because it don't go. It was last MOT'd December last year, so it's not been that long out of MOT, although he did say it's been standing about 4 months. She is a bit rough and dirty, as you can see. She wants a few things doing. This is leaking. Looks like the caliper might be leaking there, but yeah, let's have a look round it. I've done nothing other than I put my jump pack on it yesterday just to see if it'll turn over, and it wouldn't. It's completely dead. But my jump pack only had about 40% charge in it. I don't know if that's anything to do with it. There's scratches on there. We'll polish her up. Don't know how much I'm going to do to it yet. Yeah, so I've took the battery off. The battery's been on charge all night, and I'm going to pop that on and see if this will go. This is not a project I'm going to jump on immediately. Like I said, I do want to finish that Hawaiian, but we will go through the basics and see if we can sort it out. It's crap there, look. Big old. That's been over on its side by the looks of it. Engine's dirty and oily, and yeah, like I said, 400 quid, you know. Probably chuck it on Facebook Marketplace and get my money back if I wanted. Tyres are not great. It's going to need a pair of tyres, I think. So what do we want to do to it? Don't know, not decided. There's certain things that have got to be done, like we've got to get it running, obviously. We need to repair those panels. There's certain things I'd like to do but might not necessarily do it. What's happened there? Good grief, there's some damage there. We'll have to have a look at that. These originally had a twin exhaust. They obviously rotted out because they were mild steel, and then everybody converted them to single. Personally, I think they look a lot better with twins. I can get a Delcovic complete twin system for it for 300 quid. No, 350, 349. I'm probably not going to, but I would like to. That's one of the things I'd like to do, but probably won't. Mileage, we're on 44,000 miles. I was chatting briefly to Nat. He had one of these. It was his first project. Nat's from Nat's Knackers Yard. This is the slightly later one than what Nat had, and it's slightly later one that one of the reasons, let's backtrack a bit, one of the reasons I bought this was because it was one of these that was my first ever big bike. When you pass your test, you buy your first big bike. I bought one of these, so the heart ruled the head a little bit with regards to buying it. You know, if it had been any other bike I probably wouldn't have done. And my original one that I had when I passed my test was what I think is called the Mark 1, and that's what Nat had. He had a green one on his channel. This is a later one, but not the very latest. This one is a D7, and then they went to an E. I think it went A, B, C, D. E was the final model, and the E had a twin front disc setup. This only has the single. So again, that's an upgrade I would like to do, but probably won't, because it means changing the forks, getting the valve in the front that splits the calipers. If with a donor bike you could do it. It's something I'd like to do, but probably won't. That fork is leaking like a bastard by the looks of it. Not quite sure how hard a bastard leaks, but that one's leaking like a bastard. That one's dry, but you wouldn't do one and not the other. So yeah, there it is, Kawasaki GPZ500S. The battery's fully charged now, so I'm going to pop the battery on and just see she'll turn over. Highly unlikely it's going to start, but let's see if it'll turn over. Right, let's get this battery on. That's a beast of a battery, I'll be honest with you. I hope it's okay, because I bet that's going to be expensive. I broke my tripod back end of last year, and I bought this replacement, and it's fucking shit. There's hardly any adjustment on it. But anyway, you're on it. So pop it up onto its main stand. It's better. Bloody washing line, I couldn't have picked up a worse spot to put the bike. Right. We will get a 10mm. This will take a back seat for a little while anyway, because like I said previously, I wanted it on the Hawaiian. Also, like I said, I've got my new bike coming, and probably wanted to do some bits and pieces on that as well, so yeah, it's what it is, isn't it? Right, look at the size of that bastard. Monster. Don't need a fucking engine, it'll just run on this fucking battery, won't it? See, my swearing hasn't got any better, I'm still a foul-mouthed bastard. At the time of making this video, my channel isn't monetised, it's only a low level number of members, shall we say, so it doesn't make any difference at the moment. But apparently, if your channel is not child friendly. It makes less money. I don't know if that's true or not. So with that in mind, I ain't going to make a tenner, am I? Just out of interest, you guys that have got a monetised channel, because it did occur to me, as you're making money on it, and I can appreciate you might not want to talk about it, and that's fine, but what do you do about tax, national insurance, that sort of thing? Do you have to sort of effectively become self-employed and, you know, accounts and all that cobblers and, you know, just curious. Or do you, I mean, you ain't going to tell me this, but do you just make the money and shove it in the bank and keep quiet? I don't know. I know I'm touching on a dodgy subject there, but, you know, if my channel ever gets to the point where it makes money, I just wondered how whether it's deducted at source by eBay like a PAYE employee, or whether you have to sort of set up accounts and things. Anyway, that aside, the battery's on. Let's see if there's any life in the old bastard. I've got an ignition light. Nope. Dead. What am I missing? Side stand? No. Absolutely fuck all. It's the start button, and it goes in. Indicators. Yeah. Right, where's the solenoid on this? Just see if I can cross out the solenoid with a screwdriver. There it is. Not easy to get at. I don't want to take it apart too much because, like I said, I'm not going to get to this for a little while, and I just don't want bits laying all over the place. If it's a side stand switch, no kickstart on these, are they? Am I missing something silly, guys? Got lights. Oh, got lights. Front brake lights sticking. We've got clicking down there. There's clicking there, but when I pull the clutch lever in, the clicking goes away. Clicking when I press the starter, that is. What am I missing? I'm missing something, aren't I? I can't get at that starter solenoid to cross it out, unfortunately, without starting to take all this back panel off, which I don't really want to do. Right, let me tinker with that for a little while, see if I can just get any life out of it, and I'll switch the camera back on. Right, despite me saying I weren't going to be taking bits off it, because I didn't want to start it now, I have actually took that side panel off to gain access to that starter solenoid. I'll show you what it's doing. It's still not starting on the button, so I've crossed the starter over with a screwdriver, and it's sort of trying to start the starter but not starting it. So I was thinking maybe my battery's fucked, so I've got my little jump pack on, as you can see, but it's still the same. Listen, let me see if I can show you. I tell you what that sounds like to me. I had an ER5 that was doing exactly that, and when I looked into it, it was hydrolocked. The fuel had leaked up, filled the cylinders up, and it was hydrolocked. I'm just wondering if this is hydrolocked. By hydrolocked, these have a habit of all the fuel leaking past the floats into the cylinders, filling the cylinders up, and then the pistons can't move because they're full of fuel. The easy way of finding that out is to take the plugs out and then try and turn it over, and if it turns over, it'll spunk all the petrol out the plug fuel cap, say the word, spark plug hole, and yeah, then you need to rebuild your car basically, or your fuel tap, or both. I think I did both on the ER5, and it's more or less the same engine as the ER5. I think this one's in a different state of tune. I think it's tuned to be a few more brake horsepower. I'm sure someone out there who knows will let me know, but yeah. Anyway, it's bloody freezing. This is not a bike I really want to be going deep into right at this moment, because I do want to finish the Huanio. So for the time being, we will call that the little intro video for this bike. You will be seeing it again at a future date. Where we're going to go with it, anybody's guess. But anyway, cheers for watching, guys. We'll catch you later. Oh, no, before I go, you guys have heard it. Let's put that in your hands. What's wrong with it? What do you think? Hydrolocked is where I'm going with it. What do you guys think? Right, cheers then. That's it. We're done. Catch you later.